Well, when we approach different athletes, we kind of follow our first step is to observe them when we watch them. So if we're working with an athlete who happens to be a swimmer, then we're going to look at all components of their activity. So we'll look at their start, their turn, their stroke, the number of strokes per lap, whether they're swimming a long course or a short course, because that will influence how they're going to approach their turns and how their pullouts are going to be affected by those distances. So in the pool, what we're looking for is timing between arm entry and kicking, streamline, what causes their body to get out of that streamlined position, and what we can do to help them turn over their stroke a little bit faster. Not unlike when we look at runners, we're also trying to look at how fast we can get their step to turn over. And we look at symmetry. We want to see, are they equivalent are they doing the same thing on the right side that they were doing on their left side? Because what we want to, if there is a difference between the right side and left side, then what we know is happening there is a compensatory action for some other weak link in the chain. For instance, if their arms cross their body more on their right side than they do on their left side, then we have to look for a strength discrepancy or a flexibility discrepancy or a balance discrepancy, or maybe even a disruption in the anthropometry or anatomy of the body. Sometimes they can have, particularly runners, may have a degradation in their foot, their arch height, or their arch stiffness, and so that may actually influence how their foot strikes the ground and how it's able to push off the ground. Our first kind of activity with them started with Coach Marsh. He was the former swim coach, and he had been working with Dr. Pascoe from exercise physiology, looking at lactate and the demand that was placed upon the individuals from an exercise physiology perspective. And I was over there one day and we were talking about the mechanics and how people move, and he invited me to work with some of his sprint swimmers, developing some martial art training with them. And then we began to use the underwater camera system, and we started to work during the camps, helping the young campers become better swimmers. And then he took advantage of that for his higher level functioning athletes, and so, or higher performing athletes. Our contribution to their success, he indicated that by actually awarding me several NCAA rings when they had won their NCAAs and SEC championships. So that was very, very exciting. I'm looking forward to the Olympics, just across the board. Because I love to watch people move, this is a drive-in movie for me. I get to sit on the couch and watch this from beginning to end, and watch unbelievably talented people with unbelievable body control move all day, every day, and hopefully at the peak of their capability and training. So hopefully everybody's peaking at the right time, and so you really get to see beautiful movement. And I find movement to be tremendously beautiful. Some people find beauty in art. I find art in movement.